Well, Hellfire, it is RockdaRiff, and I am back for another Metalhead Envy. And it looks like we're hitting the second track of Nonagon Infinity. Big Fig Wasp. So I did have a few people comment to me and tell me that I might feel like there's some run-ons in this record. And it's probably gonna happen. I feel like I need to clarify again. Some people have thought, I guess, my review of Murder of the Universe, that I truly hate repetitive parts. I really don't. I just feel like they have to be done with some taste. And I'm not gonna say like that's the difference between music lovers across the world is your taste, my taste, that guy's taste, that girl's taste could be totally different. Uh, I mean, so far the only really repetitive thing that I think truly drove me crazy was Balrog, the actual phrasing of how they did Balrog, and then Han Tanami talking over the title track of Murder of the Universe. Which what he was saying, there's some lines he has in that are really cool, but to me it was just oh. I was actually going through Murder of the Universe yesterday, listening to it from beginning to end to see how I feel uh, about it being one long piece of art or song or whatever you want to call it. I really like the first chapter, the Altered Beast saga. Uh, I like it a lot. I think the Saget chapter is my least favorite, but then when we get to the third chapter, I think Digital Black. Digital Black is probably my favorite of the third chapter. I don't mind Vomit Coffin. Vomit Coffin kind of cracks me up a little bit. I laugh a little bit about it. But yeah. Either way, I'm not on Murder of the Universe anymore. I am now on Nonagon Infinity, and so far, Robot Stop was the bomb. Let's see how I feel with Big Fig Wasp. It's like Secret Agent, man. Okay, so bringing back that riff. I love when they do that kind of timing with the vocals. I still think my favorite off of Petro Dragonic is Witchcraft. Like every time that song comes on, like when I let that album play, once Witchcraft hits, I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Witchcraft and Gila Monster or Gila Monster. Those are probably my favorite two off that record. But this isn't bad so far. I feel like Secret Agent Man. Like it's got that kind of surf rockish sound to it and everything. I really like those sections. That down, 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 down. That ascending, descending thing. I think that's really cool so far. Not a bad song. But yeah, a little bit of rehashing some of the ideas that I feel like were in Robot Stop. Yeah, here we go. I know they're saying Big Fig Wasp, but I keep hearing Big Fig Wasp. I'm like, oh shit. Which I had one guy comment about the hatred I had in my eyes for the fly that was flying around my studio. To give that dude some context, that thing had been bothering me because I sit when I do my sessions here in my personal studio to do content for my channel. I'm in here for like, so normally I'll start at like 8 or 9 in the morning, and I'm not done till, depends if I'm able to get through stuff or if I'm not. Basically, eight. Let's just say 8 to 2, 8 to 2, 8 to 3, and that fly had been irritating the fuck out of me. But then thinking about a wasp right now too, I fucking hate bees. I know we need them, and I don't want to annihilate bees, but I wish I had like a personal device that was just in my belt. It was like a item in my belt, and once I'm latched and got my pants up and everything, that it just keeps certain types of flying, crazy, demon, insect beasts out of my personal area. They can be over there. You can go chill over there. Go chill over there. Just not right here. Don't fucking chill. Right here, in my face, near my ear, and everything. So yeah, fuck the Big Fig Wasp. Now I said that, people are gonna be like, "Man, you hated that song? Fuck, dude, that song's with the." I'm like, no, the song is cool. I just don't like wasps. That's what it sounds like when a wasp is flying around your fucking ears. Yeah, I gotta give it to that one riff. I don't know what it is about that section, but it just makes me feel so happy. Yeah, the upbeat and everything. That I dig those sections. I know I'm kind of like going at their discography backwards, but the skill, to me, the skill set that they showed in Petro Dragonic, and then kind of pumping the brakes and going back to these albums, you could definitely tell that they've developed. I've had a few other commenters be like, "Yo, like going through their discography, you're gonna hear how much better they get at their instruments. And I have to agree with that comment. I have to agree with that statement. To me, I don't know. I know it's a jammy aspect to just do crazy like crazy sounds and shit. But part of that also, to me, it's like every time in one of our songs that we'll have a section and we're trying to figure out what would be a cool lead line over it. There's certain ideas I know I'll have personally. If I could sweep pick, or if I could do an arpeggio here or whatever, I would do it. Well, then if I end up getting that section and writing something to it, I always have to fall back on certain things that are easier within my wheelhouse. But there and again, comparing myself, what I can play music wise to 3 years ago's fucking night and day, man. Hell, if you, even in our case, my own band's case, if you go listen to our first album, we released it in 2019, 2020, somewhere around there. If you listen to how we, excuse me, sorry, our lead work and how we did certain riffs and transitions within that album compared to the two singles that we have out now that are coming off of our second album, Doppelganger and Ghost Reset, we you should be able to hear the development and skill sets and better songwriting and everything like that. But now I'm curious, like, if after Nonagon, if I should go all the way back to like their very first record, see if I can really tell the difference of how they write and play and everything. Because so far, if I'm taking into consideration out of out of the records, Petro Dragonic is its own. I think that's its own little entity. That album, you listen to that album, you wouldn't even think like this is what they do. Which everybody told me when I started that record. I was like, yo, King Gizzard, they do cool concepts for every record, and that's what sold me on them. Part of it, I was like, yo, I want to hear this, man. I think that is such a fucking awesome idea. It's something my own band we're teetering with, and but then I'm listening to Murder the Universe, and now we're here on Nonagon Infinity, and I'm just like, I'm wondering if some of that is like for not in a sense to be negative or whatever, but lack of skill. You know, if that makes sense. Because it's like we'll get that down, 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 and then it turns into soundscape and hitting those high notes really high up on the neck of the guitar to add flair. Where to me, you could actually, to me, I'm surprised they ain't doing like any solo runs and stuff like that.
My body's overworked, it's just the same I know. When can my body work? Static overload. My body works, I know. It's just the same I know. My only difference, let's go out and play. I'm up here for the winner's war. I'm the guy you pray for
Yeah. Pretty sure that is King Gizzard's calling card. They better have. Did they have that on a T-shirt? They've got to have that on a fucking T-shirt. Okay. Big Fig Wasp. Not bad. Uh, to me, I would have made Robot Stop just at 8 minutes long. because it's basically robot stop again, which isn't a bad thing. I really dig robot stop. I mean, maybe there's a few subtle changes here and there. I'd have to actually just play them backwards. I have to play robot stop, and Big Fig Wasp back to back, kind of A/B them just to know for sure. Uh, but I enjoyed it. So far, I am digging the fuck out of Nonagon Infinity. I I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's better. It's different than Murder the Universe. Uh, but yeah, I'm having a good time with this still. I do hope we get some more changes though. Like I know a lot of people are saying this album is designed to be one long song and just play it on an endless loop, which is a cool idea. And I think that's a really good idea. But so for the King Gizzard fans, the ones that are taking the time, thank you so much to come hang out with me on my channel and see these. There is a band called Between the Buried and Me. You might know them already. If you don't, they have an album called Colors 2, which is I'm pretty sure it's a concept record as well. And how it was designed, every song bleeds into one another. And to me, that's like a perfect example of trying to do the one long song, but you're also having change ups and stuff. Like I guess each track is a chapter. And to me, that's kind of closer to where I would be writing a concept record. That's how my band is doing with our second album now. Each song is its own chapter of the story. But there and again, I'm not in a place where I can afford to do what King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard does. And I mean, you've got to have some time. You got to be kind of financially stable and have some time to be able to put out 5 albums in one year. That is you and your band working together a shit ton. Uh, so that's fucking awesome, and I hope to achieve that one day. Like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard really does follow. When I started creating my reaction review series, and called it Metalhead Envies, there's a reason because there's certain bands that I truly envy, and I'm like, I want nothing but the best for them, and I want to draw so much influence from them. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard falls into that category. There's a few bands that I've started checking out here through my series that really do nail that, and King Gizzard's one of them. I'm still I'm so glad that the fan base is cool. Once again, I feel like I have thanked y'all a lot in past videos, and feel like I haven't in a minute because I was just Murder of the Universe wasn't hitting home with me. But just want to say again, like I really do appreciate people taking the time to comment and talk to me about it and check out my channel and everything. If this ends up being your first time to my channel, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Uh, yeah, Big Fig Wasp, I would give. I mean, if you want to go off of simply mix, master, and production, it's 10. I love the mix and master and the sound of this album so far. Uh, if I had to judge it on it being a separate song from Robot Stop, I gotta give it like a 7 or an 8. I do like the ascending sections. What is this like? My body's blowing it. I think those are really cool. Um, I even think when they do, I guess the simmer down sections, and then the guitars will do like some weird uh, pluck pluck noises. Maybe that's the best way to describe it. They do some weird pluck noises. I think those are cool, but I'm kind of like the guitarist in me wants to hear a little bit of lead work. To me, that's not so much as lead as like just giving a vibe and a soundscape to what's going on. But there and again, like I was saying before, I come in off of Petrogenic, first album that I really dived into of theirs. And I mean, they're fucking pulling off some badass lead work in that album. So I'm like, damn, why ain't they doing it here? And then I think about it, well, this album's older. Maybe they hadn't built the toolkit for that just yet. So I need to keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm still excited for Nonagon Infinity. Next up on the block will be Gamma Knife, which I already like the name of that. We got Gamma Knife, People Vultures, Mr. B, Evil Death Roll, Invisible Face, Wawa, Wawa, and Road Train. Wow, 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 wow. Going off of the title tracks, I feel like I'm gonna really dig Gamma Knife. Gamma Knife, People Vultures, and Evil Death Roll. Just going off their track titles, I feel like those three are gonna be the ones I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's fucking get it. Uh, but yeah, either way, I can't really. At the moment, I can't think of anything else I'd like to say besides thank y'all and stay positive, stay rocking. I'll catch y'all in the next one.